Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we'll be unboxing the Dualshock 4 wireless controller for PlayStation 4. And as you can see, the box is already in an open state, which means that this was an open box delivery and the delivery person opened the box in front of me, and I confirmed that this was indeed a PlayStation 4's wireless controller. But however, the PlayStation 4 wireless controller box was not opened, so we still don't know whether this is an original or a fake controller. So that is something which we are going to check in this video. And without further delays, let's get into it. I took it out of the main box, and as I said, this one is still in a sealed state, which means that I have not determined whether this one is an original controller or a fake controller. So that is something which we are gonna do in this video. And the reason which I am stressing the original and fake controller is being there are dozens of controllers out there in today's market, especially in Amazon, Flipkart, etc., which are fake. So how to spot an original controller from a fake controller is something which I have absolutely no idea about so far, because the fake ones are looking more and more like the original ones. So in today's video I thought of like comparing this controller to a original controller which I already have, and that way we'll be able to at least identify whether this one is original or not in a like efficient manner. Because if you are buying a controller for the first time, then I really doubt that you will be able to like identify the difference. Like even maybe once you start playing you will get that idea, because the battery life, the performance, etc. might vary. But still, if it's your first controller, it would be really hard to identify it's a fake one or an original one. So without like further delays and all, I'll like get into that. So before that, I'll just quickly go through the contents in this box, such that you guys can have a clear idea as to what all things you should expect when you're buying a controller, and what all things which you can expect in the box of that controller. So this is a green camouflage version of the Dualshock 4 wireless controller. And from the first looks, it definitely looks like an original one, and I don't doubt that this is a fake. But and one more thing, like if you get a charging cable along with this, definitely then it's a fake, because Sony never provides that charging cable along with the controller. So in case if you're getting a charging cable, then definitely that fails the first check. That means it is definitely fake. So luckily, along with this one, we do not have a charging cable, which is a plus point. So let's quickly open this one up and see what all things are inside. So I broke the seal, and these were the contents that were inside. Firstly, we'll get a controller, and secondly, we'll get a manual. So only these two things must be there for an original controller. So I don't think I'll refer to the manual that much, but anyways, we'll have a quick flip through. It comes with the basic instructions as to how this joystick should be operated, but I don't think most of us won't refer to it, right? So that is pretty much useless. So now it's time to compare the two controllers that I have, and the black one is the one which I've been using for the past 2+ years. So I hope that I would able to identify if it's a fake one. Right now I'm holding this new one in my hand, and it feels good. And holding the black one in my hand right now, I can tell that it is like both of these controllers have a similar weight, so that looks like a good point. And now coming to the buttons, yeah, both are almost feeling same. Here too. Yeah, I don't feel much of a difference. The L1, L2, R1, R2 are also looking almost identical. This one is a slight used, so it might have a slight wear and tear, so it might not sound exactly the same as this, but it definitely feels okay. Judging like while clicking the buttons and while taking this one in hand, it feels the same as the time when I hold this one in my hand. So it feels almost identical to this. So in that aspect, it looks good for me. And right now, let's check the back part as well. So this is the part which confused me the most. Okay, so if you observe clearly, you can find that the sticker here is not matching with the sticker over here. That EAC is coming on top here and EAC is coming on the bottom here. So this part is something which confused me a little bit. Then later I realized that the Sony people continue to change their designs. So this thing can vary. The only thing which you have to check carefully is that check the Sony logo over here. It should be identical match with that of the original controller. So if you can see closely, the Sony logo over here is matching identically with the original controller that I have. So that is also another plus point. I don't see any kind of a stretch while comparing the two controllers. So that is a positive part. And next, you have to check whether after the battery capacity there is any kind of a lettering or something, and if you find any kind of a lettering, that also might indicate it's a fake controller. But in this one I don't see any kind of a lettering there. So similarly, in front of the serial number also there should not be any kind of a lettering. We need to pair the controller with the PlayStation 4, so that is what I'm doing right now. And as you can see, I'm not sure if it's clear or not, you're seeing a yellow light, right? So that is something which should show up while the controller is charging, so that part is also fine. And now you just click on the PS button as indicated. So right now the controller is paired. So first we'll quickly turn off the PS4 and start again. So let's check and see if the PS button is able to wake up the PlayStation 4 using my new controller. So let's click on the PS button. So it is able to like wake up the PlayStation 4. So I've been playing FIFA 22 with this controller for some time now, and everything works perfectly well. The buttons are all in sync and it just looks like my old controller. So now I'm perfectly certain that this is definitely an original controller. So that's it. So let's discuss about the price and the seller from which I bought this from. And obviously you might have already seen the outer box and it says Flipkart, and I'll mention the seller details somewhere along this video such that you can use it as a reference. And about the price, it's a little bit on a higher side. It's around 4,545, and I was in a bit of a hurry, so I could not wait for a price drop. But definitely if you're planning to buy a controller for your PlayStation 4, do not buy it at this price, as you can get it much cheaper. Definitely as the Big Billion sale and the Great Indian Festival are coming, definitely you will get this at a much cheaper price. So don't hurry up, and you can wait around for some time and definitely the price will drop. So buying it around like 3,000 plus is a good price, but currently the price which I bought this from is a little bit on a higher end, so do not go for that. I think that's it. So I hope you guys like the video, and thank you for watching. In case if you guys have any queries, do let me know. I'll try to help as much as possible.